Let's redesign the Formula 1 2025 grid, part 3. Hello, I'm Droopy Designs, a visually impaired gamer, streamer and livery designer, and I am redesigning the Formula 1 2025 grid. This is the third instalment in the series. We've already seen 4 teams. We're doing 2 at a time. We've had the Stake, Williams, Haas and the VCarb, and today we're going to be covering Alpine and the Aston Martin, and we are going in reverse championship order from 2024, and so first up it is the Alpine. Here we have my take on the Alpine BWD Formula 1 team French thing. Now, I have tried to stick, as I have with all of them, to the original design as much as possible, keeping the same design elements as what's in the original car while adding my own take on it and trying to change it up and make it a little bit fresher and more original. Now, one thing I feel with the Alpine this year is it looks like 2 completely different cars from the front and the side. So what I've tried to do is incorporate the 2 designs together so it's a more flowing design from front to rear. So let's get into the details in the design editor. So here it is, a closer look at my Alpine design. Starting off at the front, we have kept the bright pink nose that is on the current car and adding a splash of blue to the front wing as well, just for that little bit of contrast and, as I say, continuity from front to rear. You can see the blue going down in the design as well, but we'll get further into that in a second. I haven't actually changed the nose all that much. Changed the front wing for sure, but not the nose cone area going up toward the cockpit, because I actually quite like that in this year's Alpine. The bright pink of the BWT definitely stands out and makes the car pop on track. The angle design as well, there just before the cockpit, tried to incorporate that into a few areas in the design. As you can see just below it, the same angle with the what is carbon fibre on the car angling down into the side pod, just making that design area flow a little more and it be cohesive with what the design is. Now, this is where the biggest changes come in the design. On the side, we've got that pink from the nose flowing onto the airbox as well, and the engine cover, so it's just that bright pink connecting the front and the side of the design as well. We've also got the Alpine logo on the back there, similar to how it is on the current car, and we've got some black lines in there just to add another little bit of an element in there, again with those angles just cutting through. The blue we've kept with that metallic blue that they've got on the car currently. It just pops and really glistens in the sunlight. So now coming on to the rear wing, we've got the blue metallic that is throughout the car and that angled pink section as well, again just tying in all the sections of the car into one in here. So let me know what you think of this design down in the comments, and now it is time for the Aston Martin. Now, personally, I'm not a huge fan of the Aston Martin design this year. While it does look lovely and the green is very nice, I'm not a fan of the side pods just being mainly carbon fibre. It just looks blocky and a little bit unimaginative. It's probably done because of weight saving, which is fair enough with F1, but that's happened a lot recently with McLaren and Alpine, especially last year with their almost entirely carbon car last year. And so what I've tried to do with the Aston Martin is keep those carbon fibre elements on there, but add to them and change them up a bit. Let's have a closer look at it. So here we are in the design editor now. We have the Aston Martin, or my take on it at least, and we'll start at the front. Again, haven't changed too much because I do like the traditional like British racing green and the black front wing. I've added in, as I was saying earlier, just an element into that with the Aramco sponsor. There's a nice colourful swoosh there with the 2 Aramco colours, that green and blue, that just blends away on the front wing. We've also got the lime green that separates carbon fibre and the British racing green that really stands out on the car, and there's that Aramco swoosh going through the car there. We've also got the Great British Aston Martin Wings logo just above the cognizant there, and of course there is a tribute to Eddie Jordan, who founded the team all those years ago, and this team wouldn't be there without him. Coming now onto the side of the car, we again have that side pod with those Aramco swooshes going through, just bringing a little bit of colour into those carbon fibered areas. And the biggest change, I'd say, is having the Aston Martin wing from the logo on that engine cover. That's just, it's the perfect place for it in my mind. Such a large shape of the car that is just perfect for that wing. Really identifiable branding. It's in the lime green that you see throughout the car, and then there's the Madden logo just above it as well. On the rear wing we have the Aramco swooshes on the main plane, as which in the current car is just a block of green and blue with Aramco over it, and then coming down onto the side of it as well, so it looks like it's almost flowing with the air going over the car, and it's the aero trace of what the air's doing. It's not, but it kind of like gives that kind of vibe, and the car's moving even though it's stationary. I do love the British Racing Green, and Aston Martin is such an iconic manufacturer, and it is great to have them in F1. And so let me know what you think of this design down in the comments. So that is the Aston Martin and the Alpine. If you haven't checked out the other designs that I've done with the Haas Stake, V-Carb and the Williams, do check those videos out as well and let me know what you think of those designs. The next part will be out in a few weeks time with the Mercedes and the Red Bull, so look forward to those. Let me know as well if you think I've ruined the designs, if you prefer the originals. So everybody, thank you so much for watching. Do consider hitting the like button and the subscribe to come back for more design content and all of the videos I've got planned. Daily walking videos in the shorts, and plenty more design and visually impaired and racing content videos to come as well. So have a fantastic day and keep plodding on.